the beat, boy, to free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, give me the beat, boy, to free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. I think we're ready. We are ready for the road.
We are ready for something. Good morning, Bellows Falls, and welcome to this week's episode of Floyd Unplugged.
Yes, exactly.
But the feed is out. We're not doing that anymore. We're going
to be his groupies.
It's our new gig.
Yeah.
Backup singers.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm taking them away.
It's great. We're hitting the road. The road calls.
The road calls.
It's a harsh mistress.
The wanderlust of
Yes.
rock and roll calls.
So anyway, here we are. It's the 7th of March, right?
Yeah, first Wednesday.
2
of March.
weeks to spring. Big snowstorm on the way.
I heard that. No fun, but
No fun.
But we had elections last night, and the results are Gaetano won the 3-year seat over Ann DiBernardo. Doreen won one of the 1-year seats, and Peter Golick won the other. And then Stefan Golick won the 1-year
Replacement seat.
Whatever, replacement seat. And then we had Ray Masuko was written in for moderator, Paul Obahowski for lister, and Matt Guild, but I can't remember what Matt got written in for.
I believe it was everything that was left.
Anything that was left blank.
He's going to be on the school board. He's going to be, the funds, all of the things. I can't believe how many blank. It's kind of a sad commentary. How many blank spaces there were. Like nobody was running.
And the school board was even worse.
The school board
it
had
was like
three
blank
openings, and they had one person, Kristen.
But it looked like a relatively good 560 some people turnout.
But still, though, seriously.
Well.
But anyway. We digress.
they can watch at home. They can watch at home. They don't have to.
Yeah, but they can't vote at home.
They can't vote at home. Right.
I mean,
Pat Kelly on there anywhere? Nothing?
Nothing.
No. All right. I didn't expect much, but I was wondering.
he was at the polls, though, right?
He was at the polls.
He was
I saw him in the
helping out.
back. We're plumbers together, so I had to
Oh,
attack
okay, yeah.
a little bit.
A little bit of the guild going on.
Yeah. Sorry, Pat.
Is there a plumbers guild in town?
No. There's really
Really?
not.
Are you thinking about starting that?
Absolutely. Today.
Today. You really should have a guild. We should have guild members like we used to.
I think there used to be. Everyone just got tired. So maybe we got to start it up again. Maybe you're onto something, Mike.
I
we
think
meet
the
in the
two of
village
you.
square when all the guilds. We have the guildsmen over here, and then we have the merchants over here, and then I guess I'd be in the peons and the peasant section in the bottom.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where we'd all be.
Should we go to Alex?
We should go. Don't say
Alex.
Okay.
Whatever you do.
Okay.
Don't say elections.
Don't say elections. Don't say
select board. Any of those words.
He's just on edge. He's going to come in and have a rant. All right, Floyd, good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah, you're doing some new stuff.
We are. We just finished we're working on the new CD that's been going for a while, but we were working on a video that was a new song and a video that entailed being outside, and we got sick of being outside, so I said, why don't we do our mellow song? It'll be really easy to do the CD. And then we ended up outside again.
I happened to notice that you are outside during the whole
And in the
season.
winter.
Yeah,
in the winter.
and in
Yeah,
the winter.
yeah.
Yeah,
Waiting
but this is
for-
really different for you. This is really much more sentimental and
It is kind of mellow
Yeah.
compared to our other stuff. I don't know what happened. We started working on the song over to Rob Bridge Studios in Walpole, and then it was nice, mellow, and we just kept it that way. And my two boys, Jacob and Josh Lawrence, and Jason Plazinski's on the guitar. They always push it heavier. So if I start really mellow,
then it's just
then
sort
we
of
can kind of
eases
keep it.
into-
But everybody was on board with it staying the way we originally played it a few times. So everybody kind of liked it the way it was. It just kind of fell together. And Rob helped us with some. I wanted to put some strings in there, and I didn't know any violin players. And Rob had a
did the
keyboard and
he
moved
did
a
it?
couple
Oh,
of
nice.
buttons, and it became strings. So
Yeah.
the strings are not an orchestra. It's me going to do it.
I can't believe you didn't rent an orchestra, Floyd.
Yeah.
We talked about it, but they were on tour. The one I was looking at.
VSO?
So,
VSO, we were working on the VSO?
I mean, and we had the money to
Keep it
fly them
local,
back.
yeah.
We had the budget to fly them back.
Yeah.
But with their conflicting schedules, we just.
Okay. But the name of the song is One More Song with You, right?
Yes.
And what we're going to do is show it now and play it, and then come back and talk about it. Because there's a lot of things that you want to see in it that if we can't talk about it without someone else seeing it.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. We're going to
Thank
play
you.
one more song with you. This is Floyd Lawrence at Intercept.
Radio waves, music in my ear, seeing your face, wishing you were here. And if I had just one more chance, you know I would. What can I say? The words have gone away. And if I had just one more chance, you know I would say one more song with you. I can't hear it anymore. One more song with you. One more song by you.
Wow, that was really
That
good,
was
Floyd.
really good.
Thank you, guys. Thank
Little,
you.
Yeah.
little trip down memory lane.
Yeah, you recognize some of the local
I
people,
did.
some of the local members. We tried to get, we started out with, of course, one more song with you, meaning people have passed that maybe inspired us. So every band member kind of threw in a couple, we didn't want to, because you realize just how many.
Yeah, it's amazing how many. It really brings that out.
It's kind of sad. And how far back do we go? Because, you know, different people have inspired me, you know, for 40 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so we kind of tried to narrow it down. And then we did some local people that we have played music with or knew them from another band, or Marlon is in there, Marlon Paquette is in there, because he was like a band roadie that would help all the bands. So
Yeah.
That's
So,
what I did
yeah.
with Doug. Doug
Doug
was in
Bashaw
like
was-
every local band, and then he did sound for years
Yep.
after that too. And
Yeah,
it was a tight knit community at one time when there was a lot
yeah,
of
we'd all
bands
meet
around
at,
here.
what was the place down street? Sisters Pizza, but right beside it was where we could get dinner at.
Oh, Rita's?
Rita's.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So all the bands would be there. Where'd you
Yeah.
play tonight? Where'd you play tonight? So it's kind of neat for all the bands. But yeah, it was sad once we got started. Will Weston was a guitar player that I played with early in my career. The local people are Jen Stamp was in there. You saw a cameo of Jen. And Carrie Plankster was the Colonel's Cabin.
yeah.
And it was funny, the Colonel's Cabin, she did not want us in there. She was blues. She's like,
Right.
I hate you. I hate
you,
your
rock and roll."
music. Get out. She said, but you drew an okay crowd, so I'm going to give you another try. and then we became really good friends, and she helped us get into that club, really, by letting us. And then she passed. But Chris Carlson, a friend of Jason's, I think that's all the local people. So
But that's really amazing. Well, first of all, that it's sort of depressing when people that are younger than me were looking back and saying, "Oh, but they passed," and it's like, whoa, it's
Yeah,
like
it
the
starts
people
to
you
go through
grew
your
up with and
mind.
people that were like you thought about
Yes.
kids and wow,
And I understand, because you start to say, well, wait a minute, that person's always been there. Where are they? And it's sad. So.
yeah.
So
But
sometimes a song will take you back and say, I remember,
Mm-hmm.
So kind of putting the two together, we thought was a neat idea for the song.
yeah, is that maybe one of the themes of the new CD? Are you going to think about
The new
where
s-
you've come from and where you are? And,
Yeah, maybe the first couple songs are kind of heavy. The next song we're doing is kind of a fun song. It's finished in the studio. We just got to start on the. I got to mention Nate too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, I'm not trying
I
to-
forget about Nate. No. I appreciate it. But Nate Garrett caught the train shot.
Uh-huh.
And Brian here at the station, of course, Alex and Brian and Jacob, and the station's been doing videos for us, I think, since '89. The first person was, let me get his name, Todd Sanderson.
really,
Worked on our first video, and we shot it up to Brockway Mills on the
on the bridge there?
trestle.
Oh, really? I'll have to go back and see that.
And then Brian had mentioned, and you can see our videos on YouTube channel Intercept Rocks, one word.
All right, Intercept rocks.
Yep.
Keep that up.
And we have stuff on Spotify, CD Baby, iTunes, but this song will not be available till probably the middle of the summer on those channels. But so Brian here at the station said it'd be cool if you had a friend and you could ride on the train
Yeah.
and shoot the video. So I said, well, Brian, number one, I don't have any friends. So right off that.
That negated that whole
Funk.
thing.
Yeah, it puts you at a disadvantage. But
So no, we came up with the idea of in front of the train when it goes by, and the Goodell Farm, Jason, Sean, and his dad, Clayton, allowed us to shoot down there, which we appreciate that. And we set up and we stood there and waited for that train. My wife was frozen.
I'll
Sue
bet.
Lance
She
was
was like
shooting.
wearing
How
a
cold it
sleeveless.
Oh, it was 13 degrees that day.
Oh,
Oh my god.
And we were trying to look like we weren't cold,
Yeah.
but we were freezing. And the truck was there so we could stay warm. But then when you hear the horns, you're
Yeah,
like,
you gotta
okay,
get
scratch
it
the
right.
trucks. And then we got in position and we're like, where is that train? It was like,
Because you only have like, you
Yeah.
know, a limited
Well, there
amount of
is a
time to get
so
it
you have to
done.
be
the
ready.
track.
It's not like
Yeah.
you can say, you know what, time out, I'm going to run. It's like the train's coming, we got to be ready.
and there's not that many trains. It's like
Yeah.
if you miss the shot, you're done.
Yeah, you got to
for
wait till
day.
the next day. The one train was running at night when it was dark, and the morning train was about, I think it was late that day, which turned out good because the sky was perfect for
Mm-hmm. I
Nate to
saw that.
capture the shot.
It's
10
an
minutes
interesting
before
shot.
It was too dark 10 minutes
Yeah,
earlier.
because there's sort of part of it right
Oh,
there.
yeah,
but
yeah.
You really get this like really stark white,
White contrast with the
and
train.
then the train and you guys are
Yeah,
like
the color,
pop.
it just makes it powerful. It's a powerful shot.
Mm-hmm.
Both my wife Sue and Nate caught it, and we were so happy. After we picked up and we loaded the drums and we sat in the truck, we were like, "Did you get it?" And he showed us a quick clip, and we were like, "Oh, you got the shot. Nice."
Yeah,
So
nice.
we're happy with the video. Who else do I have to thank? I have to thank Alex. He kicked me out of the nest. You know.
Oh,
He said-
well, you know what? You did a lot of the work.
We did. I mean, we've worked with Fact 8, and I still recommend it to musicians. I see your movie has got, you know, you include kids and you get, and the community. I've seen you everywhere, Marty. And to get the
Good thing or a bad thing?
it's good. No, this is such a great avenue. I mean, access to a television station for
Yes.
bands. So I recommend it. I mean, that's how we got into videos. Alex and Jacob have helped us, Brian. So I recommend it to any band to come in and learn. But Alex more or less said, look, you've done enough videos here. You should know what you're doing. Go bring me back.
He was in a bad mood that day, right?
Were you talking
he
to him
gets
about
that
town
way.
politics?
I had asked him a question about local politics first.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, there
And
you
then I
go.
said, is there any chance you can shoot my video?
It was like,
And he said,
out,
yeah.
pretty much.
Instead of go try it on your own, it was more like,
Don't darken my
don't
door.
call here again, kind of. But
Yeah.
no, that's not true.
We get that a lot. You know, when we come in on Wednesday mornings, it's like, just depends. It's a crapshoot, pretty much.
Oh, and Kirsten Lawrence made the shot in the dress standing
Oh, yeah?
in front of the plane, the
Nice.
train when it went by. So you see her skirt blowing
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
breeze.
That was.
That's her husband, my son Josh, with a fishing pole.
You're not supposed to
You
reveal
don't
that.
reveal your technique.
We're still live?
Yes, yes. Don't reveal
Now
your
everybody's
your
going to
technique.
steal that.
Everyone's going to have
Every
the editing
video you
technique.
see now is going to be like,
Should have pan, that might have been powerful to pan to the left and seen him pulling on the fish pole.
until you told me that, the illusion was perfect. It was
Okay,
really.
sorry.
Now I look at it and I go, oh, fishing pole.
That's a fishing pole.
That's the old fishing pole
takes
trick.
away.
So,
So you did the editing on this one then?
I did. I tried the editing. I talked with Alex a little bit about it, but I wanted some of the. I wasn't able to make the people of the past kind of disappear, like.
Slowly.
yeah, like a
transparent
fade.
kind of-
Yeah, and
something
just
like that.
fade.
Yeah. That's tough to do.
So yeah, it was tough, and I couldn't figure it out, and we were running out of time. And I've always believed, try to do it as quick as possible to make it fresh and fun. So once we finished, I was going to work with Alex on changing that, and then I thought, you know what, it looks pretty cool.
yeah,
And
I think that it looks really nice.
thank
Well, I
you.
think it's tough to let things like that go, and so you have to say, I'm going to do it and get it out. That's a good
Otherwise,
philosophy.
You do, 'cause you
You're
can-
hold on it forever, and you will tweak it and change it, and then you have
You're
to let
right.
it go.
You can
Yeah.
do that in the studio too. You can say,
songs.
if there was just one more guitar part right
Mm-hmm.
there, or one more, if I sang this, but you can overthink it,
Yeah.
and sometimes just put it out. But this was done probably one of the quickest songs and one of the quickest, and then it gets the most kickback, which is kind of like, okay, we worked so hard on this song, nobody listens to it. The one we didn't put as much work into, but I think that's
art, right?
yeah.
That's
It's the
hit
nature
or
of
miss.
music.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the nature of songs. It's
So.
like you just never really know
right.
what. And I think maybe the fact that there's a lot of different components. It was very mellow. It was very introspective. I think you're probably at a point in your career where that's kind of.
Do you mean old?
I didn't say old.
Did you
Oh,
just
oh,
tweak?
I didn't say
I was
old.
there yet too. I was like,
Point in my career, because I was saying,
Career,
everybody
like,
says, Floyd, you're getting old, and now I can use you.
yeah, no, it's just a point.
I'm at a point in my career.
There you go.
where I'm
Or
mature enough that I can,
Yes.
I can
Mature.
go.
I like
can
that
be,
too. That's
I
one
can
thing
be
I have not heard
unplugged.
I've never heard me called mature before. I'm learning so much from you two, always.
It's our job.
We sling it every Wednesday morning, so it's like you gotta.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, but one of the things we were talking about is you were mentioning that you played at the Duck Inn, and that was we weren't obviously I'm not from here, but obviously because I don't seem to fit in anywhere. But
I just like your interpretation of names.
Stefan is how you pronounce that
And
word.
it's Obahowski, not Obahowski.
Oh, Obahowski is how
and
we.
Guiled.
No. All right.
He's learning. He's
I'm
new
learning,
here.
but in Pennsylvania,
In Pennsylvania.
it's Obahowski.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
and there's a polka party every Sunday morning, so you don't tell me about Obahowskis. Anyway, but the Duck Inn. When we moved, we came here in the '80s, and the Duck Inn was like where.
that was the
But
hot
that
spot.
was yeah. Everyone went there on like Friday night and Saturday. It was
I got to play there with Doug Bashaw, and it's my first time. Flat Street was my first time in a bar, but that was my second time in a bar playing music, and I was so excited. There was nobody there, but I was pretty excited about it.
Yeah, I'll bet. I was thinking as we're talking about your maturing in your career, it'd be maybe another video idea back in the back of your mind might be the pictures of the band when they were young at those places and have people talk about the venues.
That'd be a great idea, and to bring in some of the old bands. I'd love to bring in like the the guys from Vehicle and 8084 and
Yeah.
Mistress and Spectress and
Last Kid Picked.
Last Kid
and
Picked, all of them.
The Reactors.
Once we start, we'll
Yeah,
be
so
in
here we go.
trouble.
Once
Yeah,
goes,
yeah. But that would be cool. That would be something
yeah.
that would be an interesting.
And the local band, I just saw them a couple weeks ago, Third Rail. They were, you know, to get those guys to just maybe go through their experiences at different places would
Yeah.
be fun to hear their stories. So
It would be.
And also
I mean,
the places that we've lost, that all the places that used to be available to play, like the Duck Inn. You had the Highlands.
Highlands, yep.
You had the bars here in town.
Both bars in
Both in
town would have
town.
music like Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Michael D's before, it was Meatland before, and
Yeah, there used to be like up toward Ludlow. There was that
Nick's.
place, Twisted Sisters, wasn't it?
yeah.
Oh, the chopping block.
Chopping
The chopping
block.
block,
was good.
yeah,
The chopping
yeah.
block I saw 8084 and I was blown away. You know, Flat Street.
Yeah, down in,
You had Flat Street. The next one up was Ransom and Hastings, and then Cheers.
Yeah.
So
Oh, then you had what was in Springfield? Black Bear Pub.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of the
you
places
could
physically
see
are
live
gone.
music. You could.
You
pick,
could.
Yeah.
yeah, you really.
Physically, they're gone. Yeah, it's just not the same, and it's sad. I try to explain how it was, but you know, nobody will understand. But it was a lot of fun, and
Yeah, it was. It was.
you know,
was
you
totally
could
different.
could find a band on a Friday night or a Saturday night if you were looking for one.
And you
Now
could actually
it's-
find, and they were local bands that were really good.
Yeah.
And I don't think my taste has changed that much. They really were good. I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't like.
It was
yeah.
fun. It used to be really fun, and you could do the circuit. You could figure out, and you could go, and there's always a band somewhere that you
We were
wanted to
so
see.
terrible. We were on that circuit. We had no idea what we were doing. And, but playing 3 nights a week for a couple of years, you got pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty quick.
Yeah, yeah. Or you didn't play.
Or you stopped. Yeah.
It was one of the two. It was the quick or the dead, you know?
Yeah, because there was. I mean, you had kind of competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of good bands, lots of talent. And they're still out there. We're just playing fewer and far between gigs.
Yeah, and and I don't know whether we've talked about this on the air, but there's all this sort of licensing. You can't play certain songs without, and they're actually going after the owners of the
Right. You know, it used to be
establishments,
figured
right?
in because there was enough money. If you had a club working 3 bands, you know, 3 nights a week with a band,
Mm-hmm.
you were making enough money to afford ASCAP and all of that. Now you take maybe a band a month.
Yeah.
So now it's 12 times a year, but ASCAP and
Is gone
they
up.
want the
Yeah.
same
Yeah,
or
yeah,
more.
or yeah.
And the clubs are like, well, it's not bringing in what
the
we
money it
need.
used to,
So
yeah.
I'm sorry, we're not going to have bands. So then the bands, like I've even talked to ASCAP, like, can we set up an account with you? And they're like, no, it's up to the club. They're making the
Really?
money. They're making the money on other people's music if we're playing cover tunes.
Oh, wow.
So, and I understand it.
But it's
I'd like to
cutting
know
off
if the
your
money
nose
gets-
to spite your face.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's really.
And I would like to see if they actually get.
I was just gonna say, does the money really, really go to the musician? I mean,
That's what's. I'm wondering how that's distributed.
You haven't gotten your royalty check this week?
I haven't. You know.
every you go to
Have you checked the mailbox?
every day looking for that check.
The Spotify, they will contact you, CD Baby, because it's computer. So it's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
simple
yeah,
to
yeah.
say this is what they owe Intercept. This is what they owe Bon Jovi. And surprisingly,
And yours is higher.
Bon Jovi's was higher. Surprisingly,
You're kidding
I
me.
can't believe
I
that.
couldn't believe it either. I was.
I think it might be it's
not
been
just
hacked. I think it's the
a glitch.
Russians.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just a little higher.
Yeah.
It was a lot higher.
That doesn't
so
seem
it
right.
obviously was
that
some
does
kind of
not,
yeah.
So there's
exactly.
that's payola or something. in there. I don't know. And they used to have payola. Now you can't even have payola.
It's a whole different
Kids
ballgame
nowadays
out
don't
there.
even know what payola is.
And somebody said the sad thing is, are we gonna miss out on a David Bowie or a Prince? You know, because someone's coming up into the business, is he gonna be discouraged and say,
yeah, I'm not going to do this. I can't make money.
Yeah,
at it.
there's no money.
So I'm
not
going
gonna do
to
it.
be a YouTube star and have toothpaste placements on my
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
Yeah, there you go. Product placement.
Yeah, you
that might
haven't
be
done
your
that
new
yet
thing,
either,
product
have you?
placement. Have you tried that?
Have I done it? I don't think I have. Nobody's.
Whoop. Sorry.
What's that mean?
We're gonna blow.
We have to evacuate. We started with the product placement.
Wait a minute, that's
the
that's my
ASCAP people are
pager.
coming after us.
That's my page. Oh, there's a plug on the toilet's plugged on the 3rd floor. Listen,
You have to
I have enjoyed talking with you guys. I mean, it's been
great.
great. Thank you.
You need to come
Good
back.
see you.
See you again.
Bring the band.
Yeah.
We're going. We got to get the
We are
unplugged
going to bring the
thing.
band. We got a couple gigs coming up. The Tavern in Brattleboro, March 17th.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, I got that toilet plugged on 3rd floor. Yes, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm in the building. March 17th, St. Patty's Day.
Ooh, that'll be a party.
That'll be fun. And alumni in Springfield in June. Music in the Meadow. We're doing the
Chester thing.
yes. It's for the Susan Coleman Foundation to raise money for that. And in Laconia sometime in PK's in Bellows Falls.
Yay.
And thank you for
Thanks
having
for
me on
coming,
so I can
Floyd.
share the new video.
And we're going to show the video one more time with
Can
one
I
more song
unplug
with you.
Alex? Because I've got to get
He's
to work.
got to go.
You gotta go to work.
Thank you
Work
guys
calls.
again.
All right. Thanks,
Thank you so
Floyd.
much.
Bye, community.
Radio waves, music in my ear, seeing your face, wishing you were here. And if I had just one more chance, you know I'd sing one more song with you. One more song by you. One more song for you. One more song. So sad today. Or was that yesterday? What can I say? The words have gone away. And if I had just one more chance, you know I'd say one more song with you. One more song by you. One more song for you. One more song. Take it all away. I can't hear it anymore. More song with you. One more song by you. One more song with you. One more song by you. One more song for you. One more song with you. One more song by you. One more song for you. One more
That's it, folks, for the feed. Be sure to catch us every Wednesdays at 7:30 a.m. Also, find us on Facebook at Fact TV or tell us what you think. thefeed8@gmail.com. And don't forget to watch the feed online at www.fact8.com.